What up, crypto lovers and enthusiasts? Happy Monday today. Last night I was watching Bitcoin start dropping. This morning I wake up, Bitcoin continued to drop. We're going to take a look at the charts. Obviously, I'm going to give my analysis, let you know what I think. I'll give you the reasons why Bitcoin dropped. Looks like the whole left, we're going to also discuss the whole left translated cycle theory, which looks like that might be out the window. My base case seems to be what's probably going to happen. And then we'll finish it up with what I did over the weekend regarding crypto, of course, because what I did over the weekend personally was nothing, but was here looking at the markets. I sold some stuff that I'll let you know what I sold, and then I bought some other stuff. Let you know what I bought. And so without further ado, let's do this. Bitcoin 60,400. Okay, pretty much staying in this area. What I don't like is that we lost this area right here, this ascending line. I thought we would keep it. I also said that we could maybe see a wick, a fake wick, and that could still be the case, but that depends on how this closes. Okay, so we'll see what happens. We also lost this line right here, but we've done that before. We've also wicked, so it's still too early to say. We'd have to get back above 61,200. A body above 60, close a body above 61,200, or ideally above 60, we'll say 62,000. If we close above 62,000 right now, we're at 60,425. I would feel a little better. Although I don't feel bad. I honestly, I feel very bullish, man. The stuff that I see is more bullish than bearish. Short term, maybe some bearish. I'm going to go over the reasons real quickly, but structurally, it's pretty much stays the same. This has been a pretty hard ride down. Let's see how much of a drop this is. 16 at that peak, at that wick there, 16.61%. If we come down here, it would be 19%. If we come down here, it would be 21%. Now, imagine that. People would lose their minds if we see this, but it's possible. I thought it wasn't too probable. I thought we were going to stay a little bit closer to here, but let's look at the reasons why maybe we could come down here. But again, if that is the case, guys, I wouldn't, honestly, I'm not sweating it at all. I mean, I do have a little bit of capital because I sold some altcoins, some meme coins just in the nick of time, and I'm going to earmark to make some buys. So let's see how that goes. But it's opportunity, okay? It's opportunity. That's pretty much the long and short of it. And plus, right now it's too early to tell if this is like a fake out. If we're only going to spend a couple of days down here and rebound right back up, and then spend time either just above this line, just below this line, or above it in this triangle. All right, I don't see us really losing any of this structure right here, to be honest with you. We could do something like this, and that still wouldn't lose a structure as long as we come right back up. But we'll see. We'll play it by ear. And if we are down here, so be it. That means the left translated cycle is probably not going to happen, right? We're going to spend a little bit more time getting out of it, which would bring us into maybe into August, September, maybe into the end of August, where things start really moving up into September. Okay, so I don't know how strong July is going to be as we're entering it. Let's take a look real quickly, and then we'll go over the three reasons. Let's take a look at the week, how that closed. Definite strong downtrend. Just 3 weeks of very strong moves down. 3 weeks of strong movement down. Okay, this is how this one. I'm sorry. This is where we are right now. This is how this previous one closed. So let's see if that is the case. It's still way too early. We have until Sunday for this particular one to close. All right. We've had 4 weeks before, but just not that strong inside of this range. And then just 3 strong weeks getting out of this range. Actually, as you can see right now. But again, it's too early to tell. Still too early to tell how much this will drop, but again, right now I'm gonna say this could be just a wick. Okay, we're gonna get into the reasons why it could just be that we kind of hang out down here for a little while. Okay, as we're heading into July, but let's see, and let's get into that right now. Actually, get into that right now as Bitcoin continues to drop. 59,925. Very interesting. People are getting scared, I'm sure, and I just see it as opportunity. Okay, so On June 24th, collapsed cryptocurrency exchange Mt. Gox announced that they would start repaying its defunct users in July. Today is the 24th, days away from July. So in July, the market expects now. Well, let's keep reading. More than $9.4 billion worth of Bitcoin is owed to approximately 127,000 creditors of Mt. Gox who have been waiting for over 10 years to recover their funds, which could introduce significant selling pressure for Bitcoin. This could introduce significant sell pressure, according to Eric Balkunis, a senior ETF analyst at Bloomberg. He wrote on June 24th, that's like over half of all the ETF inflows being negated in one shot. Damn. Okay, so that's the reason why things started dropping. Okay, that was last night. I guess they announced that last night because that's when Bitcoin started dropping. I was up watching. Okay, another reason: record liquidations of long positions. According to adding to the downward pressure, there was a notable surge in the liquidation of long BTC positions. According to the latest data from CoinGlass, a staggering $85.4 million worth of long positions were liquidated. This event marked the largest liquidation since April 30th and May 1, when over 195 million in longs were liquidated, correlating to a 12.5% price drop over those 2 days. Okay, so we could possibly be down there for a little bit, okay, based on that news, okay, but who knows, sometimes there are overreactions. The Mt. Gox thing is going to be interesting. The Mt. Gox thing is going to be that wild card to really slow things down and really synchronize us. Could be the thing to really synchronize us. Maybe it destroys all of July and gets us a lot closer to being on par time-wise as the previous cycles, okay. So my base case of a blow off top probably in Q1 of 2025 is probably the Q4 of 2025, right? Q4 of 2025, the end of 2025 is probably the likely scenario, okay? Probably, okay? I still believe that by the end of this year, we will be at 80 to 100,000 Bitcoin, 80 to 100,000 per Bitcoin, okay? So, I mean, this honestly is just nothing. This is honestly an opportunity. 60,200. Okay, so take that for what it is, guys. Really, nothing has changed. Okay, nothing has changed. Bitcoin, altcoins are probably going to get wrecked right now. Let's see. Holding on fairly strong for now. We have this is total 3 excluding Bitcoin, which is the total market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. 578 billion. Okay, market cap currently. Losing the support for now. Let's see if that in fact happens. We have the support if we at 544.5 billion market cap. Right after that, we'd have to take a look at like 509 billion market cap. Right, I don't know that we lose 500 billion market cap. All right, for the altcoins, and could be the altcoins kind of bottom out sooner than Bitcoin. Okay, we'll see. We'll play it by ear. Tune back in tomorrow to see what's going on. Let's finish this too. And the third. All right, and the third is just Bitcoin's ongoing miner capitulation. Okay, so miners still continuing to sell. It'll be interesting what the ETFs do this week. I'm guessing now maybe they're negative, but you just never know. And people are going to start turning very bearish. Okay, you're going to start hearing calls like, "This is it. This was the top. It's over. We're going to drop." That's good. Let them say that, because that's a contrarian indicator. When people are all start saying that, you hear it more and more. That's when Bitcoin likes to surprise and go the opposite way. Although we could be here for a little while, okay, but that's nothing new to the people that watch my channel, okay, because I've been mentioning that we're probably going to be in around this area and then in and around this triangle. It could be that we do something like this, just reverse right here, all of July, maybe towards the end of July, or right here, July, and then into August start moving up and breaking through this area, right, this little point right here, end of August. So let's see what happens at the end of August. We still have all this time to cover, guys. All right, so that's pretty much Bitcoin. Okay, and now let's take a look at what I did over the weekend as far as crypto, or all I did over the weekend is crypto. Omikami, I sold this one, okay, because on the 22nd, there was supposed to be an announcement. Now remember, Omikami is a meme coin where supposedly Ryoshi is behind this, blah blah blah. Okay, and 6 months ago, supposedly Ryoshi wrote a message to them saying 6 months on the 22nd, wait for an announcement. And the announcement apparently ended up being that they applied for a Binance listing. They applied for a Binance listing. I mean, recently, Binance has made it known that they want to take small projects and it's easy to apply. They lowered their standards or whatever, the requirements. And so I'm sure there have been a lot of applications. Now Omikami is one of them. And that was it. And I was like, that's it. So I sold. I sold on the 22nd before this dump. Thank God. I sold in a slight profit here, just enough to cover a slight loss that I had in Ryu, because I also sold that one. I sold completely on that one as well. All right. And I was down on it, but I sold because I would have been down a lot more on the 22nd. I just saw the writing on the wall. As I mentioned, if there was going to be nothing on the 22nd, then I could imagine it dropping down, and it did. Okay, and it did. Now there's a lot of discontent in the chat. People are upset. Blah blah. I hate stuff like that. I don't like it. So look at this big drop right here. For now, I'm just gonna wait and see what happens, to see how much it could drop. I mean, I got out of the position, out of both those positions, in a slight profit. All right, better than at a loss. So just a slight profit, and I bought some more crypto with that slight profit last night too. I'll let you guys know what I did. And I also sold Kai. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to buy back into Omikami in Ryu, to be honest with you. I doubt Ryu. If I buy back in, it would just be to Omikami. And Kai. The reason why I sold, because I told you I was watching the market last night. I'm like, it looks like Bitcoin kind of wants to drop. And I saw these two red candles, and I thought maybe we could see another red candle, like 3 of them, before maybe some breath. It takes a breath. It's a green day tomorrow, and then continue the drop. Okay, this is where I sold right here. Okay, it's below that. I could buy back in right now, but I think I'm going to be patient. I'm going to wait to see if it drops down to the 786, which would be 8 zeros and a 9-3. Right now it's at 7 zeros and a 1-9. 1-8 it was just at. All right, so I'm going to be patient. I'm going to watch it, and then I'm going to put... I actually sold at a little bit of a decent profit, not a huge profit, but a little bit profit, better profit than the other one, than the other ones that I sold. And so I'm gonna buy back in because I just think this has got a good narrative. Kai Ken, although I'm not a big fan of the community seems kind of weird. It seems like they're all like degens, but although I prefer a better community, I just think this thing has such a good narrative that it's gonna do well, and I would love to buy it at a $5 million market cap, okay, or right around here. Let's see. So I'm gonna be patient, and if not, then maybe I will buy back, and if it doesn't drop too low, maybe I will buy back at these levels, as long as I buy below what I sold at, which is 3 7s and a 2-4. I'm happy. All right, so that's what I did, and so I had capital, and so I started to look at the rest of the market. Now, one of the things that I'm looking at is neural AI. But I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait to see, if it drops a little bit more, or if I see it kind of going sideways, maybe in a few days, because I do think that we're probably gonna have a few days of red. Maybe this whole week is gonna be red, although I don't think we're gonna be dropping too much lower than when we are at 60,000. So I am going to be making buys. I have made buys. I made buys yesterday and today. Okay, but this is one that I'm looking at to get into. Kai obviously is also one that I'm looking at to get back into. And what else? Dynex is another one that I bought yesterday and I bought today. Now it's at 47 cents. I bought in the low 50s, but I mean, I said that I would buy once I get out of this. And so let's see what happens. Does it come back here? Now I'm just going to be patient because I'm over what I wanted to put into this project. But I mean, at 47 cents, man, that's really good. And I do have that capital. And so we'll see that. I also bought GLQ right? Which at 50 cents, because to me that's a good deal. Maybe it drops more. Maybe I can buy it at 4 cents. Maybe I'll make a couple more buys there, okay? Or maybe I just stay put. The other ones that I'm looking to buy right now, Navi, Atlas Navi, it's at 19 cents. It's been here before. Let's see if it drops a little lower. And Grow, I'm also considering buying, okay, because maybe this is where it stays. But I'm going to be patient because, again, I think maybe we have a few days of red or maybe a week of red, you know, and find kind of like a bottom, okay? I also bought Weco because I saw this, and I bought it when it was more red, so thankfully there lowered my average buy price, okay? I don't know if we come all the way down here. I think maybe we stay around here before moving back up. These are projects that I like. Now, I have the luxury to buy those projects because, you know, Rio looks like a good a great price. Land share, but I already have like nice bags of all this stuff. Credify, definitely. Stobox, definitely. Triaz, after that, definitely. UBXS, Sin. All these ones you should be looking at, guys. The ones that I mentioned to you now actually I think are a good project. Meme coins, you got to be careful, okay? So whenever I talk about memes, definitely be very, very careful. And when I talk about memes, I'm not talking about putting big money in personally, because again, it's risky, and I'm watching them. You have to have the luxury to be able to watch, to know what's going on, because they can just, you know, do this at any time. Now, I was expecting this. I was expecting to sell. I wanted to sell. I think I've mentioned it to you that I wanted to sell, you know, as close as I could to the top before it started moving down, because that's what they do. They pump and they come back down, especially where we are as far as timing wise in the cycle, where we are in the cycle. Okay. It's not yet time to go parabolic. So these pumps, they're going to be followed by dumps, as I've seen and as I've mentioned to you guys. And so this is going according to plan. Now, hopefully I can just catch it down here at the 786, like I mentioned, but we'll see. And it depends on how much capital I have. I am going to hold X amount of capital for this. I want to make 5 buys, so I'm going to hold 5 buys worth of capital just for this project. Okay. Again, I don't know if I'm going to enter Omikami or not. Again, I don't think I'm going to enter Ryu, but I'll be watching it. I'll be watching it. Let's see. There's people buying, but eventually they'll run out of gas, and I think it will drop more. All right, so that's it, guys. So many buying opportunities. This Bitcoin is at 60,000. So many buying opportunity, guys. All right. I look at this stuff and people are scared, and I'm just like, wow, cool. I wish I had more money. Thankfully, I do have some capital right now because of those sales, and I will put them in judiciously, and I will let you guys know what I do. Okay, we're gonna leave it there, guys. Let's hope for a good week. Although I don't know with the whole Mt. Gox thing, but Bitcoin does look to surprise. Okay, so take everything with a grain of salt. Be smart. Be logical. Don't get emotional, guys. If you can, please like, please subscribe, please leave a comment. I'm trying to grow this channel. All that stuff helps. With all that stuff helps. With all that said, I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Peace.